Bro, you should have just listened to your mom when she told you to go outside and play, make new friends, and leave the video games for a while. Because now look at you. Now you're sat there in your dark room, mouth breathing, scrolling mindlessly through social media, with bad neck posture. Like, bro, that's you. And I can smell that stink across the country. Now's the age when we've all got messed up mental health. But to be honest, we are to blame ourselves. Because how do you expect yourself to have good mental health when all you did for the entirety of the 3 months of the summer vacation was 24/7 sit in your four-wall room like this one, turn the blinds down, and overstimulate yourself? And most people are gonna disagree with me, but to be honest, it's really not that hard to cure your depression. It only takes a few weeks. But the truth is, you haven't really tried with honesty. You haven't tried with the bottom of your heart to actually cure your depression, to do something about it. And now, literally, I could come to your house, grab you by your hair, and drag you outside to your local park and tell you to go make friends over there. But that will never work unless your heart is in it. Your heart has to be in it. Now, be completely honest with me and with yourself. In the past 2 weeks, in the past 14 days, how many days did you actually go outside to your local park and try to make new friends there and try to play football? How many times in the past 2 weeks have you literally just gone outside your home and taken a random walk in nature? How many times in the past 2 weeks have you actually just tried to meditate? And now compare that with how many hours have you sat there in your dark room, overstimulating yourself and frying your brain cells up in the past 2 weeks? That is why you're depressed. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm spinning facts over here. Like, I literally just spilled the truth on your depression, and you're sat there mouth breathing like, he's got a point. And bro, to convince you to go outside and take a mental break, I'm actually gonna tell you a story of my own experience. So my family decided a couple weeks ago, my family decided to take a trip to Scotland. So we live in Birmingham, which is a city in England, central England, and we decided to take a trip to Scotland by bus so that we could see all the scenery and that. And it's a 12-hour ride to a city on the east coast of Scotland called Aberdeen. And bro, I can't lie, putting all my holy trips aside to Mecca and Medina, because their beauty is unmatched, this was by far the best vacation I've ever had. Do you know what a flow state is? A flow state is when your emotions and your thoughts are 100% aligned with your current surroundings, with your present situation. You have no thoughts outside of what's going on around you. That's what a flow state is. So on the second day in Scotland, the first day was spent in traveling. It took 12 hours to get there. On the second day, we went to a beach that was nearby the place we were staying at. And before I know it, I'm in the flow state. It had never been that easy to get into a flow state. And trust me, it was such a blissful experience. It was such a joyful experience. I had no thoughts around having fun. I had no... Bro, why do I keep stuttering? Good. The only thing that was in my mind was me, my family, and having fun on the beach. I had so much fun with my brothers. It was such a joyful experience. And the best part is no social anxiety. Bro, when you're in the flow state, you don't give two damns about what anyone else is thinking about you or what anyone else is doing around you. No cares in the world. And in fact, I felt really positive about everyone else around me. I was giving off such charismatic vibes, all because of the flow state. And the fight or flight mode that you have due to anxiety, that I had due to anxiety. For example, you go to a restaurant and think that everyone around you is your enemy. Bro, forget about that. That was never going to happen in this flow state. And the rest of the days were completely similar. I was so energized, and maybe you don't know this, but the energy that you give off, the energy that you carry, is extremely contagious. People see you running around on the beach having fun, and they start feeling the same. Because, bro, for example, you're running around on the beach, you're playing football with your brothers, you're shouting, and you see a random stranger walk by. You shout over to him like, "Hey, bro, you want to come join us?" He thinks, "Bro, why would he not join you?" In his mind, he's thinking, "These people are having so much fun. I would give anything to go and play football with them." And talking about socializing, I had never socialized this good ever before. I was the one who was initiating convo. And now coming back to you. Now do you realize what you're missing out on? You don't get this level of fulfillment through overstimulation, through living a life of instant gratification. And trust me, the flow state that I talked about, it didn't only happen in Scotland. In fact, every single time I go out to play in my local park, with the intention of just playing football with my brothers, I just try to have fun. I literally just try to socialize and have fun. And I end up making new friends every single time. I end up having the time of the month. I'm so eternally grateful to Allah for every single moment of my life. Learn to be grateful for the amount of freedom that you have. Don't you realize God has literally given you the ability to go out there and create beautiful memories, yet you stay locked up in your room, overstimulating yourself, destroying your mind and your health? Have humility and leave the house. Bro, that's such a loud chair, man. Have humility and leave the house. Safe.